Hey everyone, welcome back to Tierra Querida. If you're looking for a pet-friendly, quick, and easy hike, I have the perfect unique hike. If you're interested in learning about the Big Four caves, keep on watching and welcome back to Tierra Querida. To my own surprise, there was plenty of parking once we got there. I found that there was maybe like 20 cars in total and there was two large parking lots, so you'll probably find parking, but like most of the hikes, I encourage you to get there early. Unless you're doing a sunset hike, then of course go later in the evening. There was a search and rescue there on site. Thankfully, nobody was lost or injured. Once you get to the end of the trail and you're by the caves and you see how people are interacting with the caves, you'll understand why they're there, which I think is good. But yeah, well, more on that later. As you're walking around, make sure to keep an eye out for wild mushrooms. I found the most beautiful mushroom I think I've ever seen on a hike, and it was this large orange mushroom. I don't know the name of it. I wish I did, and I also would like to know if it is edible. So if you are into mushrooms and you like to research them and, forage for mushrooms, leave in the comments the name of this mushroom because it's super cool. I'll insert a picture and video for you guys here. And hopefully someone that watches this video can let me know the name of it. So if I see it again, that way I know whether or not it's edible. This trail is extremely well maintained. It is paved. I mean, they have brand new walkways. So I don't think that you'll struggle at all doing this trail, even if you have a small child with you or a small dog or big dog, what have you. I think everybody is, or just about everybody will be fine doing this trail. If you do need to take some breaks, there are some benches throughout the trail for you to sit down, take a break, or even if you just want to sit down and enjoy the beautiful nature that you're surrounded by. I would suggest that you bring a backpack. Ideally, it is an Osprey backpack because they are the best. And you also bring either some snacks or, some lunch for you to have a picnic and enjoy the views of the caves and the waterfalls and just like the freaking rocks. It kind of makes you feel like you're in another world and you're not here. It's so peaceful and beautiful, and yeah, make sure to bring some snacks with you. Do note that once you get to the end of the trail, you'll have to go down some rocks that are kind of slippery, and some of them are pretty sharp. So make sure you're not bringing any open-toed shoes, and you have some good grip on your shoes as well. And you are extremely careful. Another thing that I would encourage you to bring is some bug spray because the bugs were coming after me, and I quickly remembered that I had some bug spray, so I was very quick to spray some on, and then after that I was fine. And then another thing that I would suggest you bring is a light jacket because once you get closer to the caves, it does get pretty cold. There was this weird like hot, cold, and then kind of lukewarm, I guess you can say, section. So a good lightweight jacket, maybe like a rain jacket will be good because, the wind is coming and picking up some of that cold from the caves. I would say this is probably one of the, if not the most important tip here in this video is for you to avoid at all costs going inside the caves or on top of the caves. Many people have died doing this, and I would hate for you to, something happened to you because you just wanted to go inside the cave just for fun. It does seem cool. I've seen some pictures from where people did go inside, but I don't think it's worth your life and possibility of getting seriously injured just to go in and for the sake of a picture. I did see quite a few people go inside the caves and also some small children going very close to the edge of the cave on top of it. And it made me nervous for them. I personally wouldn't do it or would allow my nephews or even my dog get super close to the cave because they are actively melting. You can see it melting when you get close enough. And like I said earlier, a lot of people have died, and I just don't think it's worth it. So just be careful, I guess, if you choose to do that. Decide whether or not it's worth it for your own self, but don't. I would say don't do it. I was able to get some pictures to where it kind of looks like I'm inside the cave, but I was definitely not inside the cave because I'm a big chicken and I didn't want an avalanche or just a big chunk of ice fall on top of me just because I want to take a cool picture. So, again, just be careful if you go close to the caves. All right, now that I've given you plenty of warnings as to why you shouldn't go inside or on top of the cave, especially during the hot months, I want to encourage you to continue to go up the trail. You'll go over some like big rocks, and to the right of the first rocks, or excuse me, for the first caves that you saw when you got to the end of the trail, there are some other caves to the right, which are the other two, and they're really neat because one of them has a waterfall that's kind of like in the back. You can't really access it unless you go inside the cave. But yeah, it's super neat, and there's a tiny little cave which I took a picture of, and you can see like the blue hues is pretty cool. And then there's the other one that it's like really open, and yeah, they're really cool to look at and be close to, but just be careful. This is probably one of the more unique trails that I have done. So if you're interested in checking them out, I encourage you to do so. And I think that's it for today. So I will see you on the next one. Bye.